Banger after banger.
AEW Collision, the big show, man, the big day, the moment we've all been waiting for, the big debut, the big return of CM Punk. I gotta say, it was a solid 2 hours of wrestling. As you can see, I got my little CM Punk shirt on, showing a little love to Chicago Phil or Pepsi Phil or whatever he wants to be called. And I gotta say, man, it was honestly a solid 2 hours of wrestling. Real fun show. Presentation was on point. The new stage, I really dig the new stage, and that was one of the things I was asking for. Something that makes Collision feel like a different show than Dynamite. And I gotta say, in my opinion, I think we got that as far as the presentation goes, as far as having a different announce team. I like Excalibur, but it was really refreshing to hear somebody else on commentary. But as far as the actual show goes, how was it? How was CM Punk's first match back? What was his first promo like? I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but before we get into all that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post, man. Let me know your thoughts on AEW Collision. Will you be watching? Did you watch the show? Will you continue to watch? Let me know in the comment section below. So, the show opened up with CM Punk making his grand return to the ring, in-ring, Chicago, Illinois. He had a promo, man. He said some words, and he was right. He did have a lot to get off his chest. He suddenly addressed the he kind of backhandedly mentioned the Young Bucks. He said something about not being a counterfeit buck or something like that, which was actually trending on Twitter for a little bit. Yeah, AEW Collision trending and then counterfeit bucks trending. So yeah, he also had this sack. I thought it was the bag that Kensel kept asking about. It was actually I'm assuming it's the AEW championship that he won. He said the reason he still carries it around is because he won it, because he earned it, not because he had the best dog collar match, but because he won the dog collar match. Throwing little shots at MJF, throwing little shots at the EVPs, Hangman. He talked about how this is a wrestling business and how it's not a popularity contest, but he kept mentioning the fact that it's a business. Like I said, he mentioned the counterfeit bucks. He said to the fans that think that expect an apology, you're as soft as your favorite wrestler. So he's just throwing shots. Shots were being fired. Shots were being fired like a Chicago summer night, you know what I'm saying? So CM Punk definitely throwing them shots out. And then we fast forward to the main event. The main event was actually pretty fun. The match between CMFTR and the Bullet Club and Samoa Joe. And I gotta say, the crowd lit up when CM Punk and Samoa Joe stood face to face. This is the first time they've wrestled each other in quite a while. Their classic rivalry back in ROH. And this was something like a lot of people were waiting for. And the $1 million question was, how was CM Punk hold up? And he looked pretty solid. I understand the point of it being a 6-man tag is because you have FTR doing a majority of the work. CM Punk coming in where he feels comfortable, just shaking off that ring rust, getting comfortable with being in the ring. And for the most part, he looked pretty good. FTR looked pretty good as well. They ended up winning the match. After the match, I was waiting for something to happen, but nothing really happened. They just celebrated the victory. They would say, "Hooray! Thank you, Bret Hart. Thank you, Larry." It was a solid main event. As far as the rest of the show goes, the opening match was for the TNT Championship between Wardlow and Luchasaurus, and there was a part of me that was kind of paying attention because I like Wardlow and I like Luchasaurus, but there was another part of me that didn't really care because, respectfully, man, the way they presented Wardlow these past few weeks and few months, not really feeling him, which sucks because I am a fan of Wardlow. But Me being a fan of Wardlow was not enough to save this man from the wrath of Christian Cage. Christian Cage ended up cheating on behalf of Luchasaurus, hit Wardlow in the face with a camera, or I think it was like a part of a camera, a piece of a camera. He ended up doing this while the referee was backwards turned. Luchasaurus won, and the thing is, it looked like Wardlow was gonna take it because he hit one of the power bombs for the Powerbomb Symphony. There were shenanigans that took place. The cheating happened. 1, 2, 3. Luchasaurus is your new TNT champion. And the funny part that had me cracking up, that had me rolling, that had me dying laughing, was the fact that Christian was celebrating like he was the one that wanted the TNT championship. He's running around the ring with the championship. He's on Luchasaurus's back. You would think this man just won the Stanley Cup, the NBA championship, and the Super Bowl by himself. That's the caliber of celebration you saw from Christian Cage. For the most part, it was an entertaining match. The best part to me was, Christian just carrying on, just acting like a big goof. The other thing that you saw was throughout the night, you had different promo packages for different wrestlers. Like you had a promo from Powerhouse Hobbs. You had another promo from Scorpio Sky. Ricky Starks announced that he's going to be the first participant in the Owen Hart tournament, saying that he wants to win, and blah blah blah, typical wrestling stuff. But it was cool to see these three men being highlighted, especially with Scorpio Sky. Like we haven't seen him in quite a while. I think he was out with injury, so hopefully this will be the beginning of building up Scorpio Sky. One of the matches I was looking forward to the most was the match between Buddy Matthews and the returning Andrade El Idolo. And this match was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. It was an awesome match. To me, it was the match of the night. One of the best matches of the week. These two really beat the hell out of each other. They were selling injuries, shoulder injuries, knee injuries, just beating the absolute hell out of each other. They had an excellent match. Andrade won with the figure eight, the submission move of his wife, Charlotte Flair. And it was even funnier because during the match, Buddy Murphy had Rhea Ripley's submission locked in on Andrade. And you even could see in the crowd that there was a sign that said, hey, Buddy, how does it feel to have Dom be the new... It was some stupid sign, pretty much making fun of the fact that Dominic is kayfabe dating Rhea Ripley. Whoever had that sign, you spelled mommy wrong. You spelled it M-O-M-Y. It's mommy, like M-A-M-I. But whatever, we got the point of the joke, buddy. Good job. So after the Andrade match, Andrade went to shake Buddy Matthews' hand. Buddy wasn't really feeling it. The lights go out, and then the lights come back on. It's the House of Black. And every time you see Malachi Black's eye, it just looks blacker and blacker and more evil. And I'm like, damn, Seth Rollins really messed your eye up, didn't he? No, it was Buddy Murphy that... Anyway, the long story short, his eye's jacked up. The House of Black ended up beating up Andrade El Idolo. And the whole time I was waiting for LFI to come out, and they didn't. Not saying that there's anything going on, but maybe this is building up to a trios match between the House of Black and the LFI. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. That would be pretty awesome to see. But yeah, man, Andrade made his return. Speaking of returning wrestlers, you had the return of Miro, who came out and just beat the holy hell out of Tony Nese. Tony Nese was actually out first. He was making fun of the fans in Chicago, calling them fat. He said that Chicago deep dish pizza sucks, that New York style pizza is better, which is 100% accurate, actual, factual. I don't make the rules, man. It is what it is. Tony Nese said it. He's right. But Miro came out and he just beat the whole hell out of Tony Nese. Miro looks to be in phenomenal shape. Like he's always been in good shape, but he really looked like he's been putting in work, getting his body right, man. Beard was on point. He looked motivated. Andrade looked motivated. So that's pretty cool to see, man, that these wrestlers are actually getting that spotlight, getting that shine to, showcase what they can actually do, man. So I'm happy for them. Pretty cool stuff to see. Now, AEW just can't get away from this trope, and that is the one woman's match. And it came on at the exact time that every woman's match, just about every woman's match comes on for Dynamite. It was the 9 o'clock slot. You had the Outcast taking on the team of Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue. Now, Not taking away from anything from these women, because the match was actually a whole lot of fun. Sky Blue got the win. She's from Chicago, so she got a huge reaction from the Chicago crowd. Willow Nightingale got a really good reaction too. But hopefully this is something that AEW does fix going forward with the Collision. I don't know what it is, man. Like they just get, the women get one match, and it comes on at the same time every episode of whatever show it is, Dynamite, Collision. Hopefully they fix that going forward, because come on now. Like if you keep doing this, it just conditions the fans to say, oh, it's the women, let me go do something else. Let me go get a t-shirt, or let me get whatever. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully that's something that AEW fixes going forward. Finally, the last thing I can talk about is the Acclaim promo. They weren't really talking about too much. They came out and said that it's Father's Day weekend, so they showed off Daddy Ass in his new Father's Day outfit. He had scissors on his little vest or whatever, so it was pretty cool. And they all scissored. Tony Schiavone was there, he scissored too. He was going because everyone loves the Acclaim. So with that being said, man, first episode of Collision, it was really fun. The things I enjoyed, the presentation, CM Punk, the wrestling, overall it was a good show. So that being said, it gets an honorary W. Now, this is the first episode. That they gotta show up and show out, right? But what's it gonna be like going forward? Like, can they keep this momentum going forward? Will every episode be good? You might have some hits and you might have some misses. That's just the way life works. That's the way television works. That's the way wrestling works. But I am extremely optimistic about this new show going forward. But I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.